16-14 in favor of Estonia. Estonia managing to pick up the second map and to tie this series and to take it to a decider, which will be Cobblestone. An interesting map. Isreal started strong, then Estonia managed to take it back in their advantage. A lot of mistakes from both sides. You, Svojc, I feel like you have a lot to say, so go ahead.
Interesting is one way to put it. I mean, a lot of mistakes on both sides. Isreal, 7 rounds on the T side, pretty good, but they just couldn't defend that A split. Part of it was guys on A trying to push through the smokes. You know how we always say when they go for that A execute and throw the smokes, just wait out the smokes to dissipate and then go in. But that's not the only problem. The other problem was the guys rotating from B. I'm pretty sure like 90% of the time the guys rotating from B were rotating through kitchen and not a single time rotating through short, so you can secure that connector area where the A split is coming through. But I mean, all in all, we have one replay, but we're going to show it later. I'm going to give word to Rema. That Mirage was a bloodbath, a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of mistakes, especially in communication, especially in the last round, where Estonia had 4v3, decided to go for a retake of the site, and Specs going through a smoke and trying to peek with an AWP and getting punished for it.
He actually switched weapons when he was in the smoke. So he switched to AK and tried to punish the guy who was planting, maybe expecting to hit his head after he plants and maybe get a kill, but it backfired, and guy from Palace, I think HS, killed him through a smoke. And that was a point, I would say it was a crucial point of him dying. He just maybe wanted to get a kill, but if you really want to get that kill, maybe get one more player with you so he can refrag or something like that. So he got punished there. Then one guy, I think Robs, attacked city spawn on the ticket and killed one guy. Definitely a good trade for him. Although it came down to 2v1, I think if he stick to that defuse,
he would have finished.
Yeah, he would have finished. But good game sense from the Estonian player.
HS.
Estonian player. Like he knew it was a fake defuse, and he waited for the guy. I think he heard him on stairs zooming with AWP, so he knew that the guy is on stairs. That's why he was so focused on stairs. Killed that guy, and the last kill, I think it was a bit of luck and skill there. Not getting the first kill, then flicking after he heard him running around the side. So all in all, great performance by Estonian players. Yeah, mistakes were there, but in the end, managing to get that map and decided, I think, Cobblestone, right?
Cobblestone,
so definitely, I think they kind of had mistakes on standard maps like Cache and Mirage. I think we'll have a lot more mistakes coming into Cobblestone.
Similar story.
I'm sorry, Dusan, but you were mentioning pushing through smokes, and that's the replay is right about that. The replay we have, one guy from Isreal is going to push A-apps. Of course, the A split from Estonia, because they did it, I'm pretty sure 6 or 7 times, and
at this point, he's telling
25 times.
Yeah, at this point, he's telling me push.
Got away with it. I'm pretty sure. Every time. The guy, I think it's Nerds, right? He's going to push A-apps, get all the info, and once the A split comes in, he's going to push back, get a backstep from ramp. He's going to get 2 kills there, and at that point, it's a 5v3. And let's see what happens. I mean, 5v3, they're in the site. You're pretty, like I said, the guys rotating. You can see both of them rotating through CT. He gets a double kill here. They're all in the site. You pretty much know the positions. He's gonna go for a fake plant here, and I don't know what the hell are Freezer and Arakia is doing. And now it's a 3v3, and one by one they fall down. This guy is even gonna push through smoke, I think. No,
he's gonna wait.
Yeah, that was a different round. Sorry. But then again, just Freezer and Arquez there losing Isreal around simultaneously, you could say, pushing through the smoke. I mean, even if he gets the bomb plant, so what? I mean, you're 5v3, wait out the smokes. He gets a bomb plant, who cares? You're going to win the round if you wait. I'm pretty sure you're gonna win the round if you wait.
At this point, he can't win. Like
Yeah, there's no way he's gonna win that 1v2. So one of the mistakes of many.
We've seen both teams having trouble to defend that retake or to retake properly. What do you think can happen on Cobblestone?
I think that your point of like they can't retake or defend the retake is just because like they really want to peak and they really want to get that kill, and they were overzealous throughout the map. Like in most of the situations, if the guy doesn't peek, if the guy stays hidden, if he stays behind those smokes, wait for the smokes to dissipate and throw your smoke of your own, cut off some map, you can get the kills, you can win the round. But this was like who can make the most mistakes, and I think Isreal was the one.
And I kind of get the sense that these teams are similar. You know, it's like they make the same mistakes and they do correctly, you know, the same things. And
I mean, I don't want to talk only about mistakes.
And that's why the result is so close.
I agree, but don't want to talk only about mistakes. Fates and HS played well on cash as well. I think he top fragged for Estonia, maybe even on the server. He top fragged on Mirage as well, but Fates was up there with him around 30. I think HS had 31. Fates was there at 20, 28, 29, something like that. For Israel, it was Nerds with 25, 6, something like that. So in the fragging department, they really stepped up. But I mean, I just can't erase those. You mentioned Specs pushing through the smoke. I'm pretty sure he got caught trying to be sneaky around that smoke a couple of times, not only once.
We've seen teams well prepared, if you can say so. They had some mid pushes, AAPS pushes and stuff, some boosts on the middle,
Cool boost.
But we'll see if they're that well prepared for Cobblestone, which is a less standard map. And your predictions for this map, I know it's hard, it's been interesting so far, so close, but what are your thoughts?
I'll go with Estonia actually because they won the knife round and picked T side. So they definitely have something. And
the momentum on the bottom line.
Yeah, T side is preferred now on Cobblestone. So I'll go with Estonia actually winning this one. I think maybe they get the momentum after this close match, and I'll say 16-13 for Estonia on Cobblestone.
Yeah, I'll stick to Estonia as well, but the score isn't really that important, but 16-12.
Okay.
I think this is anyone's game at this point. Isreal, they surprised me on that cash, played really well. I know Mirage, without mistakes, they played really well, so I'm going to go with Isreal 16-10.
Anyone's game, a decider, Cobblestone, Estonia versus Isreal. Hugo and Volti, take us away.
Thank you very much once again, and of course, welcome back to the third and final map of the night. We've had a lot of games, a lot of upsets, a lot of tears, a lot of emotional times, but we're all going to finally finish it off in this third and final map of today. Isreal versus Estonia, DE Cobble. Take it away, Volti.
Alright, so they do split it up here. They have a couple of players towards B as they do execute in towards long A as well, with 3 of the players, the bomb being one of them. Fates utilizing this split technique to get through and get not only 1 but could potentially get 2, but misses out on a couple of shots. Still, what is that flick? Fates is going to take Prizer down, and HS on the Glock just works this perfectly fine together out. Estonia seems to know how to play this map on another level in comparison to Isreal, who can't even counter them in the best way that I thought they would, and this is just flick after flick. They should start playing basket instead, to be honest.
They talk about their one-taps, and Estonia really does have their one-taps. Full rifles across the board, apart from 1 SMG on chassis. They're not playing any games right now. They're taking this really seriously. No more MAC-10s in their midst, and Isreal, they're going to be going for this force here. Arnica saving for the AWP, full eco from him. Rest of them just going to be going for the buy here. So we have some Deagle, some C, of course, 457s as well to play with here for the CT side, but they're going to be just doing a typically normal setup. Most players over towards B. Going to be 4, whereas 1 over towards A. Not too much to lose, of course, but it's not going to be the right call. Estonia working their way up towards the A site. We see Nerds is boosted up towards B, and you can see Isreal are therefore going to have that information, able to rotate their players up towards the A site, and they got a nice stack going on, which is going to be the one Estonia will slowly walk into here as they make their way up A long.
Looks like Aegis and Chetty just will be opening up this A side as they do work there. Like, and the thing about this is, it's not only Israel who are not hitting their shots here. It's like Israel, they're doing everything they can to make sure that Estonia aren't allowed to get in here, but Estonia are really just countering. Oh Jesus, what a voice crack! Countering every single step that they're taking. Specs, now inside of danger, is gonna be surrounded as soon as they spot that player out. He's not gonna be allowed to get over towards A in any sense, and AJS will not allow him to go back into T spawn either after this. So it's really a matter of how much Israel shows at the early beginning of the rounds. I think here Estonia are really utilizing those small things that they see. And the information is everything in this game. That's something we've learned since way back.
And Israel now on the almost full eco. P250 on Sheps. We're Volty, we're 3 maps in and we still don't know how to pronounce his name. Specs. I just see it and my brain can't like comprehend the SHP because obviously.
I think the 3 is dealing damage to my mouth.
Yeah. Either way, though, Estonia fast push onto the B side. Molotov comes in for Nerd, so he's not going to be in a prime position. He's forced out. They find the kill. Mac 10 as well does some damage, and Z does do some damage of his own. Picks up a headshot onto Rops, but that's going to be all she wrote. There's still one more player to deal with over towards the B side, and that's Frizzer sitting in the Molotov. Finally pushes out, but will get taken down by Chetty there as Sheps is going to be the last alive. Bez, Specs. We should just call him 3 because that would make more sense to our brains. Bex.
They would. Bex. Good lord.
One day. It's been a long day. But
yeah, definitely.
Either way, Estonia they will take 3-0 here in Israel. They're going to be going for the bye once again. Once again for the first time, I suppose. But AWP up on Anarchism. They still have full rifles across the board here for their side, so no issues at least with buying. But the nades are slightly lackluster. Not that that's a huge issue here just yet. Only they're just going to be playing things slow.
Oh, and look at this double play on long. Beck's trying to make sure that the main bait of anyone pushing, but it doesn't seem like that works this time. Could be in the future, and I would like to see that play happen more often, to be honest. Teddy, the AK-47 on drop. Drop is really one of the more central spots that the T's can get through in, pretty much, like towards A and B. Because you have that window who goes into connector. I would like to see them focus a bit more on that. Estonia, they don't want to lose this round, and it looks like they do. Chetty, who has been standing here for I don't know how long, not allowing anyone to get boosted, is eventually going to push up and see that, oh well, someone turned over to another site, and I can just jump down here freely soon. See what this bomb does, though. They're so split up that there's no chance of getting a reply here if Rops dies, so it's going to be very important that he hits his shots, and if he doesn't, well, he did, so let's not think about that. Anarchist goes down, and it's a 2-on-2 situation. Equalized, so good equalizer at the late stage of the round. You don't see this too often, but 20 seconds remaining in. Been a very dragged out round, if we can put it that way. Chetty, to say the least, is in a good position to shock them if they start coming up, and they're gonna go with the boost. Information is given away. Oh god, they failed the boost. That's a lot of time, you know. You think
they're wasting loads.
They're just pushing themselves in here because of that.
Here we go, Nuts. He's going to walk right into the claw of Chetty, and he'll be able to find that headshot. Still one more player, but the information is given. See, jumps straight out, and Chetty, again, headshot comes in. Estonia, they're going to take 4-0 now, and Isreal, Mexico once again.
This is one thing about Israel here, though. They don't go for a heavy quasi or anything like that. They just make sure that they have the deagles and, you know, what's not to get a couple of frags here and there. Then if they can win the round, they probably will. Nerds being like crazy, just pre-firing back and forth to see if he can get a frag. Sandman will be going in for 1, and Z actually gets 1 before he goes down in his grave. Specs should get 2, but only gets 1. 2 frags so far. Frizer with another deagle. And it wouldn't have shot me if they got this third one, really. And one thing he can do as well is pick up a weapon and get back up, but instead he just rushes him. I think there was a gun literally next to him if he just went through doors.
Not too much point saving. They're going to be able to buy up now anyway. So, I mean, the only benefit is they'd have a bit more money saved.
Yeah.
But it's worth the risk sometimes. Either way, you're all going for this full buy. They do have a double AWP setup now. Arnikes and Specs both buying up the AWPs for the CT side. Still no AWP on Estonia, but if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So they still got all these rifles. And nice shot by Specs, opening things up and shut down HS. And that'll be the open the round. Coming in for the CTs, they've definitely needed it already. 5-0 in the favour of the Estonians, and a bit of aggression from Isreal as they tried to go for that peak Arnikes with the AWP, but not going to be able to find anything. Estonia forcing him back with the nades. Good utility usage here.
Looks like Israel are so cocky after winning that first battle. Nerds, for example, with the small aggression up towards long, and now Specs in a really risky position. If there was an op there, he'd, he'd probably win that duel either way. That was pretty sick, but still very risky. They're standing wide open sometimes, and like they get overconfident way too quickly, which works on the smaller maps a lot of the time. But this is, as everybody already knows, one of the bigger maps in the game, so maybe it works this time as well. Caster's Curse is here. Rops going in for one on Nerds. Anarchist has an AWP, misses the first bullet, and he should be able to die. Eddie still in a spot that he might decoy people over to, but the bomb is gonna get dropped, and there you have it. They know that where the bomb is, so what Shetty can do here is go for either economical damage or a straight up save. But with 5 rounds in a row, they shouldn't even need a save, right? So make economical damage instead. Make sure you damage them down to the most.
Yeah, but at least there's your match for a round now. Pick up 8 round now. Estonia got to be able to save this rifle on Chetty, it seems, as time ticks down to only a few more seconds and be able to get away with it here over in middle. Time will tick away.
Drop that AK-47 to Fates, I believe, and then just save the extra money. Though, ooh, I like this.
Ooh,
but
I'm not sure if I like this.
No, not me either. One thing that is with this map is I think this is the one and only map where you, or actually Overpass is quite you can, it's viable to use it. But the bigger the map is, the longer the venues are, the easier it is to play the T side with an auto sniper, I want to say. And this is a perfect example of that. Then again, what is that? Team damage already.
You remember when there was this huge open window in the middle of mid that the CTs could climb up into and just look over look over mid? How brokenly overpowered it was. But this auto cyber, I don't know really. Chetty, I feel like, if you've got a huge lead and you've got loads of money, go for it. But
now it seems like a waste. It definitely does.
Yeah, their economy isn't strong enough to sustain it. I mean, he does still have 4K somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but whatever. Still, it's a risky buy. Yeah, but I mean, still, it's a very risky buy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not exactly the entry frag gun. On the CT side, it makes sense in most situations, but D side, I just can't see it being super useful. We'll probably still get a frag with it, but I mean, it doesn't really justify the price. And oh dear, Frizzer. 2 kills there over towards A, and there we go. Chetty, his $5,000 investment is thrown out the window completely by Specs. And that's going to be a 2 versus 5. Make that a 1v5 as HS is the last alive here as Specs picks up her second one in a row. And there we go, there's the third. Why not? Isreal is shut down Estonia. The only positive is for Estonia is Isreal didn't hear the auto sniper go off, so they didn't run to save it, because I guarantee they would have tried to save that.
That would be super OP. I would love to see in what are they doing now? The Molotov. They do invest in a very set of nades here, so I think they're looking for something specific. Let's see. Towards drop or long? Yeah, long. Nurse is gonna be offensive though. Look at this. It could have been a complete mow down, but it was just half of that.
Luckily for Estonia, only 2 kills, but still lots of damage done as well. And Anarchist is going to be in a good position with the AWP. Nade goes out as well for some damage, and they have the crossfire set up. Z is over towards the drop down area as well, and That's going to be all she wrote for Estonia. Not too much out of this round once again. It just seems like, I think it's the second map in a row that this has happened. Estonia picks up 5 rounds and then Israel just follows up with the 5 rounds of their own and equalise it, and then sometimes goes above and beyond that. So, I mean, it's not out of the question for Israel to pick up the next 2, considering Estonia's money is going to be weak if they lose this one.
Let's see here. Do we... That MP7, like, Doug, you're playing Cobblestone. Like, what are you doing? Every single time. I'm not going to roast anyone for playing the MP7, you know what I'm saying? I fully agree with the fact that you can play that weapon and it works sometimes. But when you go 3 maps playing that weapon instead of an, you know, it works. See, this guy knows how to play.
That would have worked with an M4 as well, though.
Yeah.
You can't use the argument that worked. It would have worked
Yeah,
with an M4.
it works. No, but it works. The thing is, it works. And if that's his personal preference, you know, sure. But at the end of the day, when you need... it's so weird. It's so weird.
Whatever.
3-4 situation in Nerds. Still not picking anything else up. HS will be going in for a frag on Freezer. It looks like Estonia are going to take this back with firepower.
Firepower indeed, and HS will drop specs. This does refrag though, and I think that's going to be him backing off for... I mean, you know, it's not out of the question. He's got time to go for this one. He should commit to it, I think, and he's just got to worry about HS right next to him there. I think he must think he's saving because backing off with that position, playing far safer, and look, Nut's going to be able to push his way around the corner. But Rops, he's in a good position to finish him off. 6-3 for Estonia. Just so I say, Isreal about to pick up the next 2 rounds. Costa's Curse comes right back at me in Estonia. They're going to take one themselves.
I like how they switched position there. I think, who was the last? HS and Rops, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rops just went down to check the other part of the stat, or the box where the tree is, and as the other one was pushing, so that it came to be like an element of surprise. Because no one would back off all the way over towards Plat, right? HS with a good entry to open up with. Nerds goes down, and this time, I don't think that was with an MP7, was it?
No.
Anarchist, who's been doing work with that AWP, really given, I think, at least one single frag every round, except for one being the pistol. So he's been doing work with that AWP so far. Rops with the AK-47. And now we'll be spotting out another player towards Dwayne.
Towards Dwayne, I love that. Oh dear. I know exactly. Is that the Rock?
Yeah, the Rock.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, just had to butt in there. Either way, 2v3 in favour of Estonia. Z and his teammate will be coming in from the flank over on long. Quite late towards the push, but he will get spotted out and headshotted in turn by Samban, leaving it just on Z. 1 versus 3 here, and I think he should be going for the save at this point. He has got the kit, but no nades, and really not a whole lot of time as well. So at the end of the day, he gets taken down from Estonia, 7-3. In favour of the terrorists here, and Israel, they're, not sure. They could quasi this one. I guess they could technically buy, but they've not been one to kind of buy on a mixed money situation. No, they're going to go for the eco, actually. They can invest way more than this, though. They can invest on most of their players a bit more. But, I mean, whatever, you do you. We'll be going for this save here. Only a couple of pistols across the board, and a flash on Anarchist as well, so...
Oh my god. Like, look at the double play from them every single time, and that's something about Israel that I pointed out. Like, they did that super well on Cash, but now, I mean, Estonia, they are really tearing these guys apart time after time after time. Sure, Israel has a couple of rounds, but something is just going on here. Estonia isn't allowing them to be as free as they want to. And again, we talked about that. I think that was during the actually the first game that we casted today, not even between these two teams, but again with what was it, Ukraine versus stuck in my brain,
Ukraine versus Greece.
Yeah, Greece, same colors as Israel, so I was about to say Israel, but yeah, and we said that, you know, you get to set the pace as a T on any map pretty much. And you know, it is true. I mean, we're seeing that right now. Estonia are really setting the pace, and they're setting the pace at the least expected time from Israel. And that's really what works here. Now they were expecting something, and they actually won that duel. So Chetty falls down, and Aegis is going in for another one. Nerds going down, and going for Freezer, who goes back and forth. And I just realized now that his name is Freezer instead of Freezer. Is it Freezer or Freezer though?
Fraser.
Yeah, Freezer. I'm gonna say Freezer from now
Yeah,
on.
I've been saying Fraser a game, yeah. But either way, nice nade, does some good damage there from Z and Estonia. They're going to converge onto the site. Z shuts them down. Not too sure what Rops was doing there with the bomb, peeking around so aggressively. So just going safely towards the site. But either way, he will go down, and Fates will also finish off one before being his teammate being dropped there by the AWP of Anarkez. And it's all going to be on Fates now, 1 versus 2. Again, this boost from Isreal. Be wasting a lot of time in the long run, but it may help out. Mike comes in here, and Fates, he's got to be hearing this push if he starts to run. Does peek into it, spots out the leg, he knows he's there. Actually picked up the kill as well. Great shot. Another 1 versus 1. Anarkez with the AWP still walking around the corner. Fates might just check it. Right, oh! He will. Nice kill in Estonia, 9-3.
4 kills. Like what? This guy. What language do they speak in Estonia? Do we know?
Estonian, I'm guessing. That's a.
Is it a language?
Yeah, I'd imagine. Like what? What else would it be?
I don't know. I was just thinking. I didn't know if they had like their own language.
Yeah,
or
it's
if they
Estonian. Yeah,
Was
they
it?
speak
Yeah, cool.
Estonian. Yeah. Usually just add "ian" to the end of a
Yeah.
or "ish" or whatever.
Yeah. So you were guessing.
Oh yeah, I was guessing, but I mean, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
it
It's kind of like general knowledge, like yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Like Americans speak American, Australians speak Australian.
Swedish people like me speak. I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know, like Mercadeka. I don't even know, man.
Bex.
But
Oh God, I got so thrown off. We got so thrown off by that. Why did I ask that? Sandvan, anyways. On Fraser. It's not really like we got thrown off in anything important though. So.
no, just Estonia ripping a new one for Israel.
Oh. Anarkez is waiting for an exit, but no one's really coming, so gonna peek down towards drop. No, actually picks up that AK-47 instead of taking the risk, and he takes the risk either way.
Here we
And
go.
he dies.
Another
I feel
round on
like-
the. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the one thing just quickly was that I think, like we've heard several times now from each other, just saying that Israel, they make too many mistakes sometimes. Estonia, they make too many mistakes sometimes. But I want to say this is the game that sets the tone, where we see like who makes the most and who does not. Estonia, they make much more less mistakes than Israel does.
Much more less mistakes.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing.
No,
much less.
Many less mistakes.
Much many less. Yeah. Okay.
No, just much. No, much less doesn't work with a multiple, but many less mistakes,
Okay.
or just the least mistakes.
Guys,
I
by the
shouldn't be
way,
teaching you English on a cast.
for your information, guys.
English
I
lessons
am-
with Hugo.
Yeah, like I am not English. I'm not American. I'm not from any. I'm not native. I'm not a native speaker.
Yeah,
I'm
everyone
from
thinks
Sweden.
you're American, don't they? He's Swedish. He just watches loads of American TV.
Yeah, I do. Bex. Not Fox News though. Shots fired.
No.
Sandvan went down. It looks like a round for Israel to take home, as we've been talking. Jess and Chetty. Ooh! Thought Chetty could have got a headshot. That one too. Nerds with the A4. Gonna play the support role here for a just-in-case scenario, and Anarkez is gonna be there. He's not gonna make it a just-in-case scenario by getting that frag. Anarkez backing off again, and Nerds. One thing that they're doing here is they're switching back and forth here, and they have the backup player to get to the site as soon as anything happens now. And I think Israel have made the change that I think can save a few more rounds here for them, or the 2 last rounds. They just keep playing this way. By having a player a little bit here and there, maybe not on each other, like stacking up, but close to each other so that they can go in for these backup plays if it's needed. Really the best way to play the CT side on this map, I want to say, because it's so large.
Yeah. But once again, Israel on the bye after winning the previous round. There's no chance of a reset though. We're going to the last round and a half. And Estonia, what is this? So many flashes going to be working their way into the site very, very quickly. Anarchist will shut down Samvan, but there's still going to be a couple of players to do some more damage here for the Estonian side. Good kills so far, and Chetty going to get caught off there in the electric room by Frizza, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 3. Sorry, make it a 1 versus 3, and now a 0 versus 3. Estonia tearing apart Israel, and 11-4 will be the scoreline of the half. And wow, I mean, Israel's really been showing up today, doing absolutely phenomenally, playing extremely well, but on this final map, the most important one of the 3, they really need to step up, and it doesn't seem like they're doing so. It's not over yet, though. They're not out of the game. They still have potential to come back in, but I mean, it's very close. It's very not very close. It's far from close, at least, as the previous maps have been. Either way.
Well, let's see here. Estonia. I love the fact that they utilize the USP to its most potential, is that you back off and you make sure that you have a long-range engagement at all points in time. Something that we see from many teams on the CT side is they tend to like that push, but not this time, especially not on Cobble. These guys know how to adapt themselves into the best winning way, at least. And Ropes, yeah, spotting another player out as he decides to back off, and Frizer and the gang coming up close will be getting the kill on Chetty right there. And as soon as they get to these closer engagements, it's gonna be easier for them to fight these weapons off as well. We pick up that USP as soon as that happens, and Arquez actually backs off over towards Plateau.
And this retake's not out of the question for Estonia. They have to come in fast with these frags, and oh my god, Fetch just cats out Specs there a bit. I feel like it's now in a 2v3, maybe a bit more difficult for Estonia to get in, but Samban going to be coming in trying to get some more kills. Anarkes gets dropped, but still 2 more. Low HP on Z, but the flank comes in and Frizza will shut him down there, meaning Isreal then 5th round on the board, but it is a pistol round, so now they have a chance to go for these rifles, where Estonia have to force by to contest this.
That MP7, who thought it wouldn't be there, right? Estonia, one thing I like here about this team is that they focus a lot more on the non-lethal nades. Maybe not in the earlier maps that we've seen, but in this map particularly, the non-lethal nades have been so key for them to get into sight sometimes. You know, just a flashbang or what, like these, even the smallest of nades have really helped them. So I want to say that they're focusing on the right things here. Now on the CT side, though, they're going to be trying to make Israel back off and buy time utilizing these flashbangs and smokes, but I'm not. One thing that I'm seeing here is that they're pushing with 3 people down middle, and that's really why I'm hicking up so much here, because I'm not sure if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing, because Specs is here. He has an AK-47, just straight on spraying, you'll get 3 kills, right? So it really comes out to the way they line themselves up here. Nerds with that MP7. You know, it works, right? It works.
It works, I guess. I don't know. I don't agree with it, but it works.
This is not a good idea. I don't think so, Estonia. But I mean, you gotta take those risks sometime. And element of surprise is there. They do get 2 kills here, and they actually make some economical damage. Flashbang again, utilizing these non-lethal nades is really what it gotta come down. I'm losing my words. What it's gotta come down to. Robs in a 1-on-3 situation, and what can he really do? Go for a couple of frags here and there.
What more can I do? Time is of the essence, so the bomb will only just get part in. Rops actually comes in. Low HP on the bomb planter though. Nets is down to only 4 HP, so it's actually not out of the question for Rops. Does have an AK, so I'm going to be able to pull that out. Actually gets a lot of damage, and oh my god, this is suddenly more durable. As long as they don't overpeak here, he should have this one in the bag, but Nerds doesn't realise he's coming round the corner. Nerds actually committing to that peak there, but it could be dangerous. Arkaner's flanking round towards the door. Rops just both kills here. It's going to be really, really difficult though, especially when Nerds coming in from the flank. That was so possible, but not going to be made to be a real round for him. And Israel, they'll take 6-11 now.
Well, I thought he was stuck between Dwayne and a hard place right there for a long time, but then when he got that frag, you know, it gave me some hope. Estonia, either way, I'm not seeing them go absolutely under because of this. I mean, yeah, Israel, they get a couple of rounds here and there, but still, Estonia have been so superior playing the T side. It shocked me if they did not play this CT side well when they finally get their weapons and rifles and what's so not. Especially an AWP. I want to see an AWP on that B side from them. But let's see here. We could be theory crafting all day, right? See what happens. Vex, the AK-47 will be trying to counter them. Not countering. I'm not gonna say countering because he backs off. The rest of the team coming to support him instantly here. And Arquez with a backstab. This is a lot of money in the bank for him.
Good amount of money from that SMG, of course, and only 2 players remaining on the Estonian side. Chetty manages to pick up that Mac 10, but not actually checking it's almost out of ammo. Does have to reload mid-fight there, and Z will come in from the flank, taking out HS, but there's still Chetty to deal with here. Stuck in the stairs, and you know exactly where he is. Going to convert from his position, and he will finish him off their nets, finding that kill. Isreal 7-11, catching up slowly but surely.
Let's see here. I was just gonna say I don't want to see any head armor on Estonia in this round, but
no, they do have to buy head armor. They got to watch out for that deadly MP7 that Nerds has been equipping.
Yeah, actually true. Actually true. Maybe that.
Yeah, just about it. Talking about head armor, I think HS has forgotten about any armor.
Oh God, what? Wasn't he the guy who did that on Cash as well?
I'd really like to hope that's not a tactical decision and just hope it's a mistake instead, because it's a really risky move.
We'll save him and say that is a mistake.
Yeah, of course.
And I think one thing, because you mentioned it, right, that MP7 on the T side, maybe that is a reason to why he's playing MP7 so often, is because he wants them to waste that extra money all the time, and then when they least, know it, he comes out with an AK-47, just splashes out anywhere, and kills everyone. It's a theory, but, I'm not making any claims. Fates with the A4. Oh my God! Did you see that?
Calm down, Volty. That wasn't even insane.
It was. He was jumping back and forth.
Yeah, that's not that good. It's a good shot, but you just had a little bit of a mental breakdown inside,
Yeah.
I think. I don't think they realised there's still a player on the site here. Zamvan just sits there, takes out the first. They do get the refrag though, and Chetty will also come in from the balcony here. Z is just lining up for him, kill after kill after kill, and now it's all on Chetty here. Coming in from the balcony, he's dropped down and he's got him pushing towards the site, but Frizzer catches him out, and Isreal 8-11.
After my scream, they should have realized they should have just gone for that AWP, right? Oof. 11-8. And all I have to say is really just, bruh. Like, Estonia, they should... Hello? Hugo?
Hello?
TeamSpeak said I disconnected. Or maybe that's something else. I'm not sure.
Didn't
Anyways,
disconnect.
yeah, I'm here. Nerds. Making sure he can get down here safely, but not too safely because he's gonna burn himself if he goes down. Robs going back and forth to see if he can get a headshot on him.
Yeah, trying to get some pick here down into the drop down, not going to be happening. Samvan does get tagged as well as Rops, but still no frag to come out of it here for Isreal. You try and find a pick before the conversion into a site. They are up against armored players here, so they do have to worry. It's not just up against pistols, so still an issue to worry about here for these terrorists.
And I mean, this quasi-buy... Is it gonna allow them to get that off? I think so. Sandman, right. Vex on Fates right there. 4-on-5 situation. HS. Standing beneath the smoke is gonna be widened out as those flashbangs land perfectly. Sandman eventually getting another one, and he doesn't have armor, but picking up that AK-47 and then just dropping it over to anyone else or saving would be a good alternative. Nerds though, with the kill on Ross right there. Chetty going in for a reply across the site. Sandman picks up that AK-47 and let's see what he does with it. Looks like a straight up save to me. And it is.
Yeah, better decision there. Only 30 HP, no armor, no nades, nothing, just an AK. Of course, keep that gun into the next round, try and do something. But right now, I think Estonia need to call out a pause because they've lost the last 5 rounds in a row. Every round of this half, they had such a great showing. 11-4 is now turned into 11-9. So they really need to call in a pause. They really need to discuss what's going wrong and maybe try and reset themselves. Just calm down, even if they don't want to say anything. Have a little break, have a drink, calm themselves down because there's so much pressure here in qualifying for this event. Obviously, they need to win this map, otherwise they're out.
Well, see here, do they go for the op there? Sandman was the player that I called for a drop, if anything, and they're gonna go for the op there on HS. So interesting to see if he can actually make anything happen with this, because they do have a good counter towards not only Chicken Coop but the statue itself. A lot of pre-peeks, a lot of pre-shots here and there, but he's actually gonna go all the way offensive. Flashbang coming through, he's gonna be able to get one. But oh my god, that was... They were ready on a reply, let me just put it that way. So, not really his fault at all. Bates for another one, and Nerds falls down, and the Israelis are forced to back off with the bomb, and they're out on this A side. Sandman spots one out, but he doesn't go for the instant shot. He actually utilizes the fact that he's far away from him just by stepping over towards tower, getting the kill on Specs. Now they're pretty much just locking them into this position that they may go in towards A, because they have one player to potentially backstab that Isreal probably are thinking of now. Otherwise, I'd see them backing off instantly after that first frag happened. Anarchist will be going down, and Frizer on Car A. They do have two low players, so this is not impossible, but it's 1-on-4. Still, gotta take that into consideration, right? He's gonna go down.
There we go. Finally, Estonia, they pick up the pieces. They secure around 9-12 now. So it's not over just yet for either team. Israel still able to buy up. They've had a great streak so far, so they obviously have a lot of economy to work with. In Estonia, on the other hand, obviously after winning the previous round, also have a good amount of money to buy up. But this may be their last buy. If Israel manage to pick up this round, they will be able to reset their economy. So putting it back down to 10-12 is going to be detrimental for Estonia. They have to pick up this round.
It's just at the very edge corner of this opening, waiting for someone to make that first defense hit. One thing that I don't want to see Estonia do now is go super offensive, just start pushing everywhere and everywhere that they can. Then again, it's like Israel are really waiting for them to make that happen, and Estonia are very well triggered considering what we've seen in the earlier maps, making these very mistakes. They commit to those now? Who knows? Maybe this could be Israel's game.
Never know. At this point, it could go either way. And
yeah.
Estonia are going to be holding it down as Israel, they start to converge over towards the safe site, start to get ready to push, and no, make that B. They've rotated. Looked like they were getting ready for that, and they've actually pushed themselves back into the B halls here. So Estonia yet to realise this, but they still have the default triple over towards B. One player outside of connectors just to hold the drop down push, and may come into a bit of a combat here as Nertz just jumps straight through his molly. Actually manages to get round, but Hobbs is going to jump straight into drop down to actually secure that kill onto him, securing the first kill for Estonia. Now it's a 5v4. Make that a 5v3. HS still with the AWP, not usually one to pick that up, but he's still doing some good damage with it. Takes one down, sorry. Peeks out again, takes a second onto Anux, and now it's all on Z alone, but not for long. He's going to join his teammates in the graveyard in Estonia. They will secure 13-9. This is going to be, yeah.
Tactical pause, I think that is.
Yeah, tactical pause from Israel.
13-9, and it's a good time to take it, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, they were doing well. They lost a couple in a row. Time to kind of reset and get back on that win hype if they want. This is getting very close. You know, despite Estonia having a good round buffer between Israel, you know, they've got to take every single round they can because Estonia is so close to finishing off this map.
And match.
Yeah, basically, and match. But Israel, they're going to go for this force buy here. They've got a couple of rifles and some pistols as well.
I really just, like, the thing about Estonia here is they have two ops, right? And I see a couple of Tech 9s here on Israel's team. All I can think of to counter that would be the best mobility possible. Then again, getting out to the B side, you know, it's either through the more squishy areas like drop or A long that you can make these plays happen. But if you go out B long or plateau on B, that opper is still, even if you have the mobility, you're still gonna get peeked out because of the long range. So it comes down to how you play it and where you position your players here. And I really hope that the IGL, I'm not sure who is the IGL, so I'm not going to call anything out. They do have a coach called Spooky, by the way, just to point that out. So he might be the one, but whoever is making that decision of where players are supposed to play right now should be saying that these guys should not go to the open venue, seeing as they should know the fact that there's at least one AWP on the CT side right now. They stack up over together, and that offer is going to make a first shot happen. Will be surviving as he backs off. And Rob's and the gang. They're working this out together. He comes up close on AJS, and it actually works out. Thanks to that, I want to say Chatty. The AG coming up towards Plateau. And ooh, it is a perfect AG. Not only an AG, it's actually going to be a fire nade or an incendiary nade coming up closer to them.
He does get dropped there. Oh.
What do we make of this?
I don't know. I'm not too sure what Israel can do at this point. They probably just have their eco for the last round because their force buys don't seem to be too successful. So Estonia looking to be Bestonia at the moment because they're winning 14-9 in Israel. They're going to be on 15-9 very soon.
That's a new hashtag, Bestonia.
Bestonia, yeah.
Oh god. I had that in my head. AHS, Anarchist will be going down. Good entry to work with. Rest of the team, pretty much. Like at this stage, what you want to do is wait for that overtime possibility, or do anything to win this round. But don't force up because of that, because next round could be just as giving as any other round, right? Including this one, obviously. But buying in this round wouldn't make much sense because they wouldn't be able to get those nades and all that jazz. Not even good rifles. So every buy round matters.
At least Israel will get something out of this round. Bit of damage onto one of the Estonian players, but at this point, it's surely too little, too late.
Yeah.
There's economic damage won't matter at this point.
Not.
It's so close to being a win for Estonia, 15-9 right now. Sure, they will have plenty of economy to buy after going that. But we will get a bit of GoTV lag here in Estonia. They are going to be boosting actually up into the B halls, and this is going to be interesting to see here. The AWP on HS is pushed all the way up. There is a player very close by, Frizzer, but the rest of the players are actually over towards the A site in Estonia. They're holding back on the A site. They're not playing as aggressively. They got no A-long control here. They do have Sandvan over towards the back of A-long, towards Plywood. And Fetch is also pushed out into middle, and he should be able to spot out Specs there, but he will get a dink. But then the AK will finish him off there with a headshot, and now Sandvan has to call for some rotations at least as flashes and spokes start to get set up here from Israel. We will see a player rotating through door, but right now it's pretty bare bones over towards the A side. Estonia, they need more men to hold this one down. They don't know fully that Israel's pushing, and now they finally will. The information is gathered in Sandvan. He's going to go drop Nert, taking the second as well. Z will refire quickly, but it's still in a 3-on-3. Make that a 3-on-2 as Specs. He drops Rops, and could go all terribly for Estonia here. Israel's buy round could actually shut them down. The Molotov goes in, holding them back for a few more seconds, and Z, he's going to make his way towards the bomb site for a plant. Ooh, HS doing good damage with this pistol. He's in a 1v2 now. Peeks around with the AWP, not going to hit the shot, but he just spots the top of the head. Oh! Actually picks up Freezer over towards the ramp, and now it's all on Z versus HS, but no! He hits the no-scope, and that's going to be Estonia to win that best of 3. 16-9 on the final map, and they will be going to the next stage of the qualifier, knocking out Israel out of the event.
Yeah, and we're not going to do too much analysis here, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually going to throw it over to the studio. Take it away, guys.
16-9 on Cobblestone, decider in favor of Estonia. In the end, Estonia managing to win this series in a total of 2-1. Yeah, Estonia managing to take the Cobblestone. They strive on the momentum of the previous map, and they managed to take the 16 round at the end, clutching one win.
Yep, one man definitely deserves that win, and that's HS. We saw that clutch at the end, and I'm pretty sure he was top fragging all 3 maps, so well played for him. That comment you read, maybe he needed some help from Fates on that Mirage, but all in all, he was playing like a beast this whole match. So congratulations to Estonia and congratulations to HS.
In the end, well-deserved win.
Yeah, and we actually saw why Estonia picked this side on Cobblestone. They really ran over or rolled over Israel on their T side. City side for Israel really so many mistakes on their city side, weird city setups as well. Like they had one guy in drop, two guys behind the short or that island, however you call it, and really amazing play by Estonia on their T side. City side, they managed to close it out. Yeah, maybe made a couple of mistakes here and there, but all in all, managing to win that one, and a great comeback for them, losing first map and coming back in the next two, even though the second map could have gone both ways. So congrats to them, really, and I hope they prepare better for Ukraine.
Ukraine, yeah.
Come back, Estonia.
Yeah.
Sorry?
No, it was bad.
Yeah, as you said, that momentum from Mirage really propelled them in the first half, winning the half by 11-4. Although it has to be said that Israel's CD side was really weak, and those 4 rounds, I'm not sure how they got them, but like Rema said on that B side, their setup was quite unusual, and it didn't work out. They didn't have enough communication to make it work. And that's basically it. On that T side, really decided the whole match.
Talking about those 4 rounds, Estonia got that 4 rounds. Anarchy is doing some work with the AWP on the B side. But the thing is, I think they had a 4-round streak or 3-round streak, something like that. Then they started losing. Okay, then they lost a couple of rounds. Money was gone. Economy broken. They went for an eco. The next full buy round they have, Nerds, for some reason, jumps to the plateau without any flash, without a smoke there, and he goes for a wide peak. I mean, that's a horrible idea. I mean, on a eco, maybe. On a full buy, maybe you go for the shoulder peak, get some info for your team, but wide peaking like that, are you really expecting no one to be there? I mean, and then they lose that round. Eco again. Next full buy round, Opper, I'm not sure who had the op. He has a long A spawn. He rushes that day long. And basically, 2 rounds, they had a full buy. They lose that first player in the matter of
All
like
goes down the drain, yeah.
15 seconds.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, HS did the similar thing, but with the flash, with the peak. Like he did the same thing, but he had backup on that B side. And even when he got downed, like there were 2 guys that covered him quite right away. Like I think it was Fates with the op and one other guy from that pizza part of the B side, and they covered him immediately. And that was needed on the Israel's city side, that covering from your teammates.
Honestly, I just want to finish my thought.
Go ahead.
I'm really surprised by Israel. I think maybe HS is standing out a bit in that in firepower and skill and all. He really stand out on all 3 maps, but I think the players from Israel, in that skill-wise, aim-wise, I think they were up there with Estonia, really able to compete. But as we said, they're all young. Sorry, they're all young, and I think their problem is though when the attack. I think Estonia won a lot of rounds on the T side when they were just rushing. And in those kind of situations, when you need to make split-second decisions, that's where Israel crumbles. You want a jacket?
He's defending himself. You attacked him.
I'm worried.
So, time will works in their favor, so hopefully next year they bring the same lineup and they can go through the first round, maybe through the second one.
Rema raised his finger, so yeah.
No, I didn't.
No,
He's a little scared now.
Okay, I thought I saw
kidding.
it.
I think
Stop.
Whoa.
Sorry, go on.
I think we can all agree that HS is probably our
Man of the match, yeah.
or MVP. So I think
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah. As Swoj pointed out a couple of times.
That was me.
That was a round of applause for Estonia. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, definitely performed on Cash, performed on Mirage as well, performed on the last map, so really great performance by him. So you can see here HS CSGO on Twitter, go follow him guys, he definitely deserves attention. So we'll see if he managed to do something with Unity, his team, that Cadian and Maniac picked him up. So I hope he keeps on improving and keeps on delivering.
When we are talking about attention, do you know who else deserves attention? e-frag.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can find e-frag on Facebook, e-frag.net, and on Twitter, e-frag.net as well. For more info about the World Championships, you can find on twc.e-frag.net. Well, guys, thank you for today. Some of you will be seeing tomorrow, some of you not. But all in all, thank you for today.
Yeah, thank you too.
Bye-bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a quick recap of the day. Ukraine made a huge win, 2-0, 16-2, and 16-3, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And in the second match, Estonia won against Israel 2-1. Tomorrow, we'll be having some more European action. European qualifiers for the TWC LAN finals will be held in Belgrade right here from the 6th until the 9th of October. Hope to see you live or over the stream. My name is Georgi Georgiev. Thank you for watching e-frag TV. Have a good night.